Good morning, everyone. It's nice to see you again. Today, you're going to learn about main topic, main idea, tone questions, and also location questions in listening. First, let's talk about main topic questions. Main topic questions ask you to identify the general topic of a talk. While you listen to the talk, you should do the following things in order to catch the topic. The first thing you need to do is try to picture the talk as it is being given about what they are talking about. Let's pretend that you listen to a radio. You hear a helicopter in the background and the speaker is mentioning the names of streets, roads, and talking about how many vehicles are currently on these roads. So what do you imagine he's talking about? Most likely you are listening to a traffic report. The second one, you need to make assumptions about who is talking. When you listen to a traffic report, you can assume whether the speaker is a news anchor, or reporter, or someone else. Depends on what she or he is talking about. The third one, you need to listen to key or repeated vocabulary items. It will help you to know what the main topic is. The fourth one, you need to make assumptions about where the speaker is. By gathering global knowledge of the talk, you will be able to determine its main topic. These are examples of main topic questions that you may find while listening. What is the main topic of the talk? What does the speaker mainly discuss? What is the subject of the talk? Now let's talk about main idea questions. Main idea questions ask you to summarize the whole talk. You're supposed to understand the speaker's general purpose of giving a lecture, or speech, or having conversation as well. How to summarize the whole talk? The first thing you need to do is identify the topic under discussion. In a lecture, or speech, or discussion, pay attention to expressions that indicate the topic. For example, today's talk is on. Today we are going to discuss. Now we are going to talk about. The second one, you need to make assumptions about who is talking. The third one, you need to listen to key or repeated vocabulary items. Number 4, you need to make assumptions about who the speaker is. Number 5, you need to understand the position of the speaker. It means you need to know whether the speaker agrees or disagrees with the talk or idea. Number 6, you need to understand how the speaker feels about the ideas he or she is speaking. Do you think the speaker likes the idea that is being taught, or do you think the speaker is upset with the idea? So by understanding the vocabulary and the attitude of the speaker, you'll be able to determine the main idea. These are examples of main idea questions that you may find while you listen. The first example is, what is the main idea of the talk? And then, what best summarizes the talk? Now let's move on to tone questions. Tone questions ask you to analyze the attitude of the speaker or their feelings about something. It also asks you to comment on the relationship of the speaker to his or her audience. When you listen to the talk, you should do the following things to catch the tone. Some of the steps are the same with the steps that you find in the main idea questions. The first one, identify the topic under discussion, and then you need to make assumptions about who is talking, and then you need to listen to key or repeated vocabulary items. Don't forget to make assumptions about where the talk is being given. Number 5, you need to understand the position of the speaker while he or she is talking. This is the same step that you may find in main idea questions. Number 6, you need to listen carefully to each speaker's intonation pattern. For example, if a conversation has someone accepting an apology, the tone would be gentle and understanding. In some cases, the speaker may imply an attitude of disapproval by exaggerating his or her intonation. If the speaker pauses frequently, she or he may be confused or unsure of what he or she is saying. 7. You need to listen carefully for key vocabulary and expressions about the speaker's attitude. 8. You need to make assumptions about who the audience is and how they would feel about listening to such a talk. Understanding the attitude of the speaker will enable you to determine the tone of the talk. These are the examples of tone questions that you may find while you listen. The first example, what is the speaker's attitude during the talk? How does the woman feel about? The speaker's feeling toward the subject can be described as. Now let's talk about location questions. In location questions, you are required to identify where the talk is more likely being given. In order to answer location questions, you should, first, listen for key vocabulary that gives evidence of where the speakers are while they are talking. Second, you need to visualize where the conversation is taking place. You may find vocabulary that relates to a situation of the place. Third, listen carefully to the tone of the speakers to identify whether the talk is friendly or official. These are the examples of location questions that you may find while you listen. The first one, where is this talk most probably being given? The second one, where is the speaker during this talk? And then, in what course would this lecture most likely be given? That's all for today's lesson. If you have any questions, don't forget to post it on Schoology. Bye bye!